if you lock this in for the Rastelli's 2.5-pound Tuscan herb pork roasts. This is that tender burst of flavor. It's rich, it's savory, and it is well marbled like a great steak. So you have the option for auto delivery for this. You can get it shipped the week of 3/31, and then it will be delivered again one time in December. So that makes for 2 deliveries on that auto delivery. $89.98 if you pick it up today. If you do not, it goes up to triple digits. 4 easy payments of $22.50 will get it home. Free shipping and handling on this. I think I've covered all my bases. Chris, it is time to start eating. What are we dealing with here with this delicious pork roast?
Look, John, this is absolutely beautiful. It's 2.5 pounds. It's actually one of the bigger roasts that we actually bring. The ones that we normally have, I'm just gonna show you how gorgeous this is. You know, this is a beautiful product that's coming right in our backyard from local actual farmers in the Pennsylvania Amish. I was concentrating on cutting this, and the Pennsylvania Amish country. And it's fresh, beautiful pork that is brought to us. So it's really important, John, to talk about why we go fresh, right? Mm-hmm. This is not an aged product. When we do a pork roast like this, we do not age it. So it's important that we use local. Local means it comes to us quicker and it's much fresher. So we get this delivered to us fresh. We take all the fat off, all the bone off, right? We trim everything from end to end. And then what we do is we marinate it. And we marinate it in a rub, which we use actually peppers, onion, garlic. When I say peppers, I'm talking about bell pepper, tomato, that we make a marinade with. And we actually marinate the whole thing. Then we cryovac it fresh. It gets frozen for the first time, right? And what you get is this beautiful, gorgeous, juicy pork. Now, if you're someone that's had our pork ribeye steaks, this is what you're getting. This isn't in the form. We just didn't cut into steaks. So you're getting that. If you're the lover of our pork ribeyes, which everyone loves a pork ribeye steak, you're going to love this roast, especially with Easter coming up. You have a 2.5 pound roast. I'm going to cut this, John, as we talk. I'm going to continue to slice just to show you how many slices you get from this. Because with a 2.5 pounder, you can easily feed 8 people up to 10 people, depending on what else you're going to be having, right? But it's something that's very simple, very easy. Because it's fully marinated, you're going to thaw this, John, and you have to thaw this ahead of time. So you got to do a little planning because it's 2.5 pounds. This is not something that, like our steaks, that you can do in 20 minutes. This, I recommend taking out the day before, like that morning, and setting it in the refrigerator and letting it thaw for a good 24 hours. And then what you're gonna do is preheat your oven to 375 degrees, and then you're gonna put this on a cookie sheet or a baking sheet, and you're gonna cook it for about 45 to 50 minutes, or until it reaches internal temperature of about 145 degrees. And when I say 145, because today, pork's a lot different, right? It's not like it used to be where you had to cook it to 160 and 170. And that's why in the older days, pork dried out because we overcooked it. Right? Now we don't have to overcook it. You want to cook it. Now look, this is how many slices I got already.
Wow.
Look at that. I'm going to put this here to show you.
And you still have so much left to go.
Look how much I have left. I'm going to still cut, but every slice is going to be absolutely perfect. As you can see, you're going to slice, you're going to eat this from end to end because there's absolutely no fat. There is no bone. There's no gristle. Every slice that someone gets on their plate is going to be absolutely melt in your mouth. Delicious. And that marinade, it just gives just a nice hint of flavor that you just really, you're like, oh, it's just so perfect. You don't have to do anything to this. It is one of the easiest dishes that you can do. So if you're looking for something for Easter, if you want to have something else to go, this is the perfect thing to add if you're going to have something else. If some people that have steak or pasta or even having a ham, you know, this roasted pork gives a different option on the table.
Right. And I think that, that's such a great point because we often go to our, you know, red meats, we go to our chicken for daily life, but adding in that pork roast to really mix it up and get that great quality meal that has a different flavor profile than maybe we have in our daily routine. This is that incredible way to get it at an incredible price. For today only, this is going to go up at the end of the day. It's $89.98 when it should be triple digits. You are getting 2 of these large 2.5-pound Tuscan herb pork roasts. The work of that marinade is done for you. You are getting this delicious pork roast, and You had mentioned something about the pork roasts that maybe we're used to are on the dry side. I know growing up, I definitely, God bless my mom, I love her, but I was not too excited when she would be making pork roast because it was sometimes on that dry side. Hope she's not watching. But this is that great way to have this at home, and all of the work is taken out of it for you.
Yeah, and I'm going to stick up for your mom. I don't know what your mom's name is.
Her name
but
is
I'm sticking
Helen.
up. I'm going to tell Helen, it wasn't your fault. You didn't have premium pork coming from local farms that we've been dealing with for over 48 years.
Exactly.
And we get the very, very best of the premium pork sent to us, which has incredible marbling. But we take it one step further too, John. We actually brine this for 4 hours before we season it.
Yeah,
so
she wasn't doing that.
Yeah, we put this in a nice brine, and what that brine does, it actually helps hold in all that moisture. And that's what's so important. You can see here, look at that deck. There's the decal that we talk about on the prime rib of pork. It's the same thing that we do, right, as we do on those beautiful ribeye chops that everyone loves, our ribeye pork steak. So it's really the same piece of meat. And look how gorgeous is that. This decal is actually sought after. David, if he was here right now, he'd be cutting the decal right off, because David absolutely loves the decal part of this. But let me take you over to the cutting board. I want to show a couple things, because first of all, I think it's important to understand what we're dealing with. This is what a pork loin looks like. Now, the pork loin is about 7 to 8 pounds long. What we do is we clean it, trim it, take all the bones, all the fat, gristle, so you're going to eat end to end. But what we also do is we take center cut. We take the ends off where it narrows down, and where the head is, where there's more fat. We take those off. We cut both those ends off, and we give you just a center cut. So you're getting 2.5 pounds center cut pork roast, okay? Then what we do, John, I'm gonna move this away. We season it with our seasoning, just like this, right? We put all that seasoning on it, and then it goes into the bag fresh, right? So this is how we do it. Okay. But then I'm gonna show you, just take this away for 1 second, because I think it's important. Like some people say, well, a roast is like, I like the roast, it's great for having a holiday and stuff like that. It is. But this is what's really nice about this. Take one of the roasts that you're getting, use it for the holiday, use it for entertaining. Here's the other roast. So what I do is when we have company come over, I take the other roast and in raw, John, I cut these beautiful pork steaks. Oh. Okay? These, during the summer, are going right on the grill. That's so you don't have to, John, you don't have to use it if you don't want to, because summer's coming up. If you want to use it on the barbecue, these are absolutely delicious because the outside's already seasoned. You can take these and look at those beautiful steaks I just cut. And again, these are about 6-ounce steaks that I'm cutting right now. Look how many I'm getting from one pork.
I mean, when you think of what you would pay for that at a restaurant, the fact that you were getting 2 of these large 2.5-pound Tuscan herb pork roasts, where you were cutting those great steaks that you can put on the grill and everyone can have for $89.98, this is the time to pick this up. And also, if you get that auto delivery, you were getting this, like you said, for Easter, and then keep one for maybe grilling in the summer. But then you were getting another one delivered in December. So you have it for those holidays as well. When we were talking about Thanksgiving, Christmas, or you're just having people over around the holidays, if you can pick up more than one of these, you will use them. Make sure you're placing those orders. 800-500-7590 is that number to call. Chris, I love the idea of throwing these on the grill.
They come out absolutely fantastic because they're already seasoned, as I showed you, right? And then you're gonna quick grill them, and they're only gonna take 2 to 3 minutes on each side. And then after you're done, you can actually do whatever you want. You can put your favorite barbecue sauce on it, because you can actually put teriyaki sauce on it. And I have some teriyaki sauce right here, because this is such a blank canvas. That seasoning is just accents and highlights that pork. It doesn't overpower it. It's just like giving it a salt and pepper kind of boost, right, with all the different flavors. But then what you can do is like this. I'm a teriyaki fan. Ooh. I love putting teriyaki on pork. It's one of my favorites. And I just put this nice sesame teriyaki glaze right on top of that pork. And look at that beautiful dish. Wow. Now, John, what happens if you have leftovers? Okay, say you don't have, that's okay. This is leftover for the next day. What I like to do with this, I take my knife and I just cut it very, very thin, just like that. right? I just cut off little pieces off it. And this is going on the next day. My wife and I, my kids, this is going on a nice sandwich, John. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. And we actually, I do, but I use our poppy sauce on this. It's that sweet and tangy sauce that literally has all that flavor. And it goes so good with a little bit of coleslaw on the bottom.
This looks
and
so
there
good.
you have a sandwich.
I'm very glad the camera's not on me right now because my head is tilted like this, like I'm in Lady and the Tramp, just like my heart eyes looking at this. That looks so good. And I love that we get not only quality food from the Rastelli's and Egg Harbor brands, but where else other than QVC do you get to work with chefs and hear ways to use this food in your daily life? I mean, this is just, it's a dream. It is a dream getting to work here, but although I am hungry, but the fact that you can get this at this price that is expiring at the end of the day, this is the time. A lot of people are picking up more than one. Lock it in at this low price, $89.98. You are getting 2 of these. If you get that auto delivery, you will get another delivery in December. If you can pick up more than one, you will not be sorry. 4 easy payments of $22.50 will get it home. Item number M134347. Now, Chris